Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Yes, you are reading the headlines correctly. NBC drops its name from MSNBC as ratings plummet. Network to become MS Now. So, ladies and gentlemen, the numbers are in, and it's official. MSNBC's ratings are falling off a cliff. The so-called most trusted news, name in news for liberals, can't even keep its own audience entertained anymore. And now they're scrambling with a desperate rebrand, a new name, new logos, and even bragging about being big on TikTok. This isn't strength. This is survivor mode. And tonight I'm going to break down, and today I'm going to break down why MSNBC is collapsing and why Americans are finally rejecting corporate fake news. So let's take a look at what the hosts on MSNBC have to say about their rebranding.
As it pertains to our network. This morning, a new name for the network by the end of the year. We will become MS Now, which stands for My Source for News, Opinion, and the World. And look, Andrew, they even have a graphic up. I like it.
There it is.
Actually,
the new logo.
It looks very sporty. As we go to Versant, we're going to be moving in this direction. MS Now, which I got to say, I got a call yesterday afternoon, and they're saying, "We hope you're okay." We're going. I was like, "What do you mean? Like this shows we're independent." And what I've said on this show time and time again is, you look at the people that are running the company; they're entrepreneurial. Right. Like when you have somebody come into your company after working for like big corporations, and you're talking, you're saying, and they go, "We want you to be entrepreneurial. We want you to come up with new ideas. We want you to push the boundaries." I'm excited about that, so I'm excited about this too.
This is embarrassing.
What's in the name? Well, whatever you put into the name.
Well, look, my understanding is this decision was a choice by NBC Universal. Right. Remember, originally they were going to leave the Peacock with the different units. Right. They decided that they wanted that to stay with NBC Universal. Having said that, despite my sentimentality about the Peacock, I've always loved the Peacock. Yeah. The truth is, I've always thought about this network and CNBC and USA and actually all of those assets as insurgent networks.
Right.
This is an insurgent network, and I love the idea, to be honest with you. You can take out your salt shaker or whatever you want to do and say, take it with a grain of salt. But I like this because I think it actually does have the sort of independence and actually gets away in some ways from the idea of legacy media. Yeah. Right. I mean, I think what you're seeing MS do and what you're seeing some of these other networks do now is not just linear, but by the way, I'm watching you on TikTok now. Do you know that? You know I'm seeing you on TikTok.
So this is a thing, and of course, because I'm hip with the kids,
I
actually didn't know this, but this network is the most watched news network on TikTok and on YouTube.
Yes,
right?
It is.
So we are moving. We're moving in a direction beyond corporate media. And again, I think this fits. It's a new marketplace. And you look at legacy media, you look at the old media companies. I could list a lot of names, John Lemire, that meant a lot 5 years ago, 10 years ago, that mean nothing absolutely now. It's what have you done for me lately? And are you looking to the future? Are you trying to hold on to the past? And this is a question. Are we going to be like Eastman Kodak throughout the 1980s and 90s? Or are we going to be like NVIDIA and look at a brave new world? And I think this actually helps us do that.
The media landscape has been changing a lot over the last decade or so, but it's been really accelerated in the last few years in this particular moment. So it does seem an ideal time to rebrand, an ideal time to embrace a new identity, to be an insurgent network.
A long time ago.
By the way, it's also a line in the sand just about the future. And the truth is that this network, originally the MS, was Microsoft.
Right.
So
listen, Microsoft does not want to be associated with you all.
There has been a rebrand, I would argue, almost in order.
Yeah. What do you think?
I think it's good. Slight
You're just
smile.
saying that. You're just saying that.
No, I think it's good, and I think I think I didn't know the MS was from Microsoft. I mean I think
crazy?
Yeah.
That deal didn't go well for Microsoft.
Yeah,
But
no,
anyway.
it did not. But I think that's right. And look, we know for a fact that people get their news, a lot of it from YouTube and TikTok. So if you're biggest news, if you're the biggest news network out there, that's a big deal.
Yeah, the goal is again, be entrepreneurial and be independent.
We call it. We always just say MS anyway.
Yeah,
right. MS, and then the truth is now is what this is all about.
Right.
Okay, everyone. Yeah, they can try to spin it. Everyone looks really worried. And as you can see, cable's Msnbc would change its name later this year as part of a corporate divorce from NBC. NBC no longer wants to attach its name to a failing news source. They're failing, and this is embarrassing. They came up with such a bogus name. MS Now. Like, look at the logo. Whoever created this logo should be fired. I'm just going to tell you now, this MS Now is not going to work. And meanwhile, conservative voices are thriving. Fox continues to dominate cable news. But beyond that, independent conservatives on YouTube are exploding in popularity. Americans want alternatives. They want people who actually tell the truth, who report on the issues that matter: the border crisis, inflation, crime, free speech. This is why legacy media such as CNN, MSNBC are collapsing. They can't compete with the truth. And the conservative movement is building platforms that bypass their filters completely. So here's the bottom line. MSNBC's ratings are collapsing. Their rebrand is a joke, and their American people are walking away from fake news in record numbers. You can only lie and spin for so long before people wake up. And that's what we're seeing now. So if you are sick of fake news, as I am, hit the like button, subscribe, share, and remember to hit the notification bell so you will be prompted whenever I drop a new video. Remember, always remain curious, stay bold, and family, I'll see you in the next video. Have a good evening.